how can someone be more sexy?
Right. Well, I mean, it always starts with with you and what makes you feel sexy. Because the first problem people have is when they ask somebody like me what I think is sexy. Like you have to really get to the essence of what you as an individual feel and go into that. So if that for you is like, I'm going to go take that pole dancing class, and that's like where you find yourself and you're like, I feel powerful. But like some people might go to that class and be like, I was wildly uncomfortable. Like I would be wildly uncomfortable there. I would.
Right.
Even though I've had a pole on my stage before, like, but I just am saying like, there's certain kinds of dance that I would feel like really like doesn't feel like me, or doesn't get to who I am, like,
Right.
a hip hop class or something, like there's something I just be like, oh, my body doesn't know how to move like that.
Yeah.
And I think it's like just noticing what it is for you and trying out different things and finding where you feel like you belong and putting yourself in that place where you might feel uncomfortable. You might be like, whoa, that was crazy, but I tried it. And then just, maybe that wasn't for you, or taking a tassel twirling class with one of the amazing tassel twirlers that's in my show, like I think there's fun things that you can do. And I think it's also really great to like, find places where you can be around other women who are there just being, playing and having fun. That's what I think is the key. I think like part of being sexy is when you're having a good time, you're reveling in what you're doing. And like, for me, that's even the basis of every burlesque show is like, does this look fun? Is it fun? Is it playful? Is it about fantasy and spectacle, but with a lightness to it?
Yeah. Yeah. And I think it's interesting because so many people, I think so many women get it wrong because they think sexy is like having on the least clothes as possible, or, looking a little bit, too much. And sometimes that just turns people off. And at the end of the day, it's more about feeling comfortable in your own skin and liking what you're doing and having fun. And I think you're right. I mean, in all the conversations I've had, and also conversations with men, they are more attracted to somebody who's confident and feels good in what they're doing or how they're representing themselves.
Yeah, the good men anyway. You can say there's definitely some that will be like, do not want you to find your power and confidence, there was a generalization is,
Right. But I think in terms of feeling confident in yourself.
Yeah, totally. You have to always you and know that you're never going to please everyone. I have a famous quote, you can be a juicy ripe peach and there'll still be someone who doesn't like peaches. Like that goes for everything. I know that's true for what I do. And I never pretend that it's got to be, globally accepted and like, and further than that, I always think if everyone likes it, it's probably pretty boring.
Okay. I love that. If you weren't working in burlesque, what do you think you would be doing?
I probably would be, I always say that like a big part of my job, I'm an aesthetic control freak. I'm very like, I notice every detail. And I remember like, watching this woman that I was on a photo shoot for Vanity Fair, like sometime in the early 2000s. And I was like, oh yeah, that's the job I would do. And her job was like, overseeing an entire production, like, is the hair right? Is the makeup light right? Is the clothes right? Is that thing tied right? Like, I see all the details. I would be that person. I'd be, an aesthetic control freak. I don't want to even say stylist. I would be like a beyond stylist because I see the hair, the makeup, the clothes, everything, details.
So I'm curious, there are people that, are certain person when they are their brand. But then when the cameras are off, they'll put their sweatpants on, their hair in a bun, they'll eat Doritos and, they'll sit on the couch. Are you DITA Von Teese all the time? Like we've never seen you in the magazines like celebs. They're just like us. We never see you going to Wegmans or to Albertsons, whatever. Do you shop for yourself? Do you wear these clothes when you're shopping? Like, tell me what you are like when the cameras are on.
Okay, well, I mean, first of all, DITA Von Teese does eat a cheese puff at home and like with the orange fingers and everything, like I don't see like, the thing is though, like I'm wearing a robe, like this is what I would be wearing, like yesterday I went grocery shopping for the holidays and I was wearing just like a sweater and a skirt, but I put on a really nice 1940s coat, because like it's not hard to put on a coat. It's cold out. So,
Right.
and people all day were like, "Wow, that coat is beautiful. Wow, that's amazing." I'm like, "Thanks." I just feel like I love putting on something, even if I throw that coat over my athleisure so I can go to my, workout, and then, put a coat over it. I just enjoy presenting myself like that, and it's not hard. And it's like an old 1940s coat that I paid less for than a modern coat. I
Mm.
just enjoy it, and it's not hard for me. I'm well practiced in it. I don't have like an alter ego or like a secret person that I don't want people to see. Hey, I don't want people to really see me like, eating the cheese puffs, like sit with the fridge open, like eating of course I'm okay.
But like, will you
Like,
wear a basic
I'm not like, if you can get the feeling from just talking to me, I'm not like speaking to you in a glamorous fashion about my beautiful life. I really don't like that kind of thing. I'm just like, I enjoy like wearing red lipstick and like,
Yeah, no, I get it. It's innately you. I mean, I get it.
yeah,
I can't.
totally, but not like because I've actually met like other burlesque dancers that do this, I am so, they have like the accent and they try to be like glamour, and I'm like, oh, so it's just very like tiresome for me, and it's not authentic. And I can see right through when people are putting on airs as like this persona to be sexy, be glamorous, and it's like as soon as you are trying to be sexy, you have failed.